Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor Fantazio. Last time, we arrived back here in the Dragon Temple and dealt with the tree blocking our way into the entrance. Unfortunately, it made us fight him, and it cost a little bit of MP, but overall the fight wasn't too bad, and thus, the entrance to the Dragon Temple is open to us. And today, we begin our journey to find Yufa and obtain Draco Dios. I will let you know right now, as I've said many times at this point, this dungeon is pretty long and is notorious for being a little bit of a difficulty jump. I will go ahead and admit that right now is 100% true. This is definitely, in my opinion, kind of a knowledge check dungeon. It's very long, you need to make sure it's an endurance run of some pretty tough enemies. But with the right setup, you should have a pretty decent way through, decent time with it. For right now,
What now?
I am going to be going with Will, Stroll, Heisman, and Juna in my team for at least the initial part of this dungeon, with Wizard Will, General Stroll, as we want to level up the General to at least rank 15 so we can continue Moore's archetype story. Then we want Heisman. He's going to be on Assassin. He's going to be a little bit of light damage, but I also have Gold Attack on him, just in case I need to run anything else. We also have Lucky Find because I want as many loot drops as we can get here. And then Juna's going to be staying on Masked Dancer with the Magic Seeker archetype as her mask. That way we have access to fire and wind damage. Now I'll go ahead and admit right now, something that I highly, highly recommend you do throughout this entire dungeon. Whoever is in your back, which I would suggest to either be Stroll or Hulkenberg since they'll be able to gain full EXP, whoever is in your back, have them on an archetype that you've already mastered, regardless of what it is. For me, Hulkenberg's only mastered the Knight. I'm going to have her on the Knight, along with the archetypal ring, as something I highly, highly recommend you do in this dungeon, and from this point forward is, whoever is in your rear, have them on an archetype they've mastered, and the ability to gain as much EXP as possible. That way, you can constantly be getting Hero Leaves of Light, so that you can quickly gain more and more and more archetype EXP as soon as possible. I only have 4 of them right now. I'm hoping that I can get quite a few. With access to Juna having the Fortune's Grasp and also the Archetypal Ring on Hulkenberg, we'll be getting a pretty decent amount of these, hopefully. Now, once Will has mastered the Wizard, he'll obviously be getting a lot more stuff there, and I have other archetypes in the back in case I need to swap around and get more Heroes League Lights. Either way, with this setup, let's get moving forward.
We've got to hurry.
We must get that priestess girl out of here safely. Quickly now.
What do you think?
We're going to look for the priestess, right? Let's go. Let's hurry. There's no guarantee she's still unharmed. That's true. We've been, prepping for 5 or 6 in-game days? Almost pretty much a week? Yeah. Oof. The magla's so thick, I can feel it on my skin. The melancholia here is different.
Right there.
So right over here, we've got some enemies that are thankfully are weak enough for us to take down. This right here is a place I know very, very well, as this opening area is pretty good for farming MP with the Wizard or money with the Merchant. More on that later. Go ahead and just take these guys down. These enemies, I believe, would actually be too strong for you to fight if, oh, there we go. They would be a little too strong for you to fight if you had not gone to the Orbwise path. This Manjula here you would need to actually manually fight the Manjula here, if you've been following along directly. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, we're already inside in the battle. Well, let's go and use Gold Attack here. I was kind of hoping for a crit. It's fine, we have Wind Attack, so we should be able to take this thing down no problem. Boom. Alright, 2,500 mag, 2,500 money. Upgrade that a little bit more. Get multiple Heroes Leaf of Lights. Ice Dodge on the General, pretty decent. The General's weakness to strike can be a little bit of a problem here, but ideally we're not getting into too many fights just yet. Alright, enter the Labyrinthine path. Or Labyrinthine path. I can't believe the size of this place. It's like a proper labyrinth. I wonder how deep it goes. Perhaps we could tell were it not for this strange mist. The path ahead is shrouded. I must go before the dragon god.
What can I do?
I am the priestess. I must offer myself in sacrifice.
What's up?
Hey, what's wrong? Are you alright? I just heard a voice inside my head. Apparently it belonged to the priestess. The priestess's voice, you say? I certainly couldn't hear it.
Okay, so
Well, if you heard her voice, that means she's alive. Come on, let's find her. That's definitely progress.
let's go.
Also, I've got to say, I love this specific mage archetype lineage staff. It reminds me of the there's certain staves in Final Fantasy XI, which old MMO, but there's like this fire dark staff that I really liked. I like the visual of. I'll have an image up on screen. It was one of my favorite things. So yeah, so Juno was not wrong. This is essentially a labyrinth. I think we got a polar stone. This is essentially a labyrinth. There are things in here that we can interact with, see if we can get some hints about what to do here.
Check this out.
There's something written on the stone monument. It says, "Those who are lost does this the mist bedevil, but upon the proper path no mist will there be to thwart thee." That means the mist will be thicker if we are on the wrong path.
I see.
Interesting. If visibility worsens, it implies we're off track. Okay, good to know. And then there's another monument right over here.
This.
Something's been etched here. Let's see, it says, "Thine eyes report doth not tell all. Only those with the conviction to alter their perspective may find the way through the dark." Perspective, is it? So we have to change how we view things here. So we need to look at things beyond what's in front of us. Or at least that's what I assume it's trying to say. So, yeah, this map is pretty big, and it is essentially a big labyrinth. Now, there actually are two ways to resolve this labyrinth. But for example, let's say we just go down this path right here, and we just get shrouded in fog.
What?
Am I seeing things, or isn't this where we started? So yeah, if you go through a path, you will start getting enveloped in fog. You will know immediately this isn't the right path as soon as you see your screen dim. You can backtrack and try to find another area. Let's say this one. No, not quite, though we do see some enemies down there. What about this one? Aha, see, now we're just fine. If we go and try to deviate onto another path, we will see that there will be fog here as well.
Hey.
Does something feel off to you? I feel like we haven't made any progress at all. I've sensed it as well. Perhaps we ought to be, perhaps we've been brought back to where we started.
They have.
It is perhaps something to do with the mist. Could well be a result of melancholinization.
No.
I don't know if I call this melancholinization. No, this mist might just be sophisticatedly designed magic. I can speak English today, loves. Magic, you say? Contrivance of the temple itself, perchance? Trap, laid to ward off intruders.
If so.
If it's a trap, then there must be some way to spring it. Let's keep trying. So there's two ways to solve this. You can either follow certain light fixtures, like these torches here, to find your path forward. It's a little finicky, but it does work. Or we change our perspective a little bit. You can see up to the very top here that there is a path. Let's go and follow it a little bit. Let's go and move down here.
That should come in.
And oh, I heard something dastardly. Oh, hello, Spellrot Gangsta. Actually, you know what? Let's go the other way here. That guy looks a little scary. Let's go this way. Let's start on the left side of things, and then we'll head to the right. So there is, again, there's so much to this area. And, okay, that's a dead end. Obviously, this is not safe. We need to follow the path up north here.
Probably.
Okay, so obviously, can't do much here. That item's locked off to us. We need to go to the left and then follow forward. Again, any deviation from the path, you will find yourself in a bit of fog right there. As you can see, it started to build up. Just continuously follow the path and you'll be okay. I'll be completely honest, I did not know that this upper path existed until I had beaten the game twice. It wasn't until I was doing research for this project that I realized, oh yeah, you could do the lines here. I was watching a speed run for this game. I was like, oh, that's how they do it. I was always doing the torch stuff. It's a mural. The old world is inscribed here in archaic writing.
This is.
An old world, is it? I suppose it's some kind of ancient city. Those are buildings. They're preposterously tall. Never in all my days have I seen a town such as this. Hard to believe it's a depiction of the past, isn't it? Almost feels futuristic.
Hey.
So if that's a city, what's surrounding it? Looks like monsters.
No.
Not monsters, no. The more I look, the more it appears as though they are being worshipped. A world where there is not but one god. Now that is indeed a very different understanding of history from that of Sanctism. I don't think we're going to guess our way into the right answers here. Let's press on.
Oh, yeah?
World with many gods, huh? Guess the dragon god's one of them. I mean, there's the one on the top left kind of looks like a dragon. Like the tassels on its arms can be kind of presumed to be wings, I guess. Let's head down here. Ooh, enemy. Pop. Oh, you're gonna explode. Oh, never mind. We killed him too fast. Perfect. All right, let's move down here. We want to take a left. Another enemy that I can just trigger to explode. The Stygian Sutra. Okay, we want to go down here. I will be honest, this area took me an embarrassingly large amount of time my first playthrough, because I didn't know about the wall trick, the ceiling trick, I guess. Now these enemies are a little different. Now, Spellrot Garkstra, we've actually heard a little bit about. This was something that we were told by the informant that they are immune to physical damage entirely. So, we need to be a little bit more tricky. Obviously, almighty damage can get through because, well, it's almighty damage. However, I will go ahead and admit these guys are weak to wind. Wind is actually a pretty common weakness in this area of the dungeon. I think 4 of 6 enemies are weak to it, so it's pretty useful to have on most of your party members. I have it on 2 of them, so we're gonna be doing pretty good. There we go. I feel bad for any physical-only builds out there. I'm sure someone's done it. Let's go and just do Cyclo. I could have done an AoE skill there, but that's okay. Kind of want to just pass over and do maybe an Icy Strike. I don't think you're immune to ice. No, you're not. All right, Icy Strike. Be frozen! Be frozen! Thanks to Juna's bond rank being at rank 2, we do recover just a little bit of MP at the end of battle, which is pretty useful. All right, we got another rank up. Strengthened, I think it was endurance for Stroll. We get a little bit of our MP back, not too much. But that, combined with the with Will being on Wizard, we should be able to get quite a few bonuses. Now, I want to follow this path. Okay, it wants me to go right here, because obviously if I try to go over here, we're going to get fogged out. As you can see, it's starting to build up around us. We want to travel this way. Now, from here, the path wants us to keep going up the stairs. So, obviously we need to do that. There's really nothing right here. It's just kind of a dead end. Okay. Oh, move over here. Now, obviously we can't go down these stairs, otherwise we'll get walled. So it's best if we just go over here. Is that guy gonna spawn back? No. Oh, there he is. Let me dash to him, close the gap. It helps with movement as well. All right, dash around. Got ourselves a strength white mask. I do need to go back into Academia and see what other masks we can build now that we've gotten a lot more of them. And trust me, we'll be getting plenty of masks throughout this dungeon. Oh, hey, another mural. It's a mural. The World After Ruin is inscribed here in archaic writing.
Indeed.
Based on the title, can we surmise it depicts those who perished in a city torn asunder by flame? Would imply a world brought to the brink of destruction by a great war. What's on the bottom left there? It looks like people gradually changing.
Look.
Isn't that a monster of some kind on the left? What is going on there? What a strange physiognomy. It's almost like a human, but the figure on the right looks like a regular person. Oh, no idea what any of this means. Don't think any amount of concentration on our parts is going to clear it up either. No, but it is interesting to think about. Yet tribes and humans. It's hard to see a connection, yet definitely seems very familiar. Okay, well, we'll keep that in mind. Maybe the Mastari know more than they're letting on. Anyways, I'm sure we'll find our answers here as we travel through this dungeon to get to the Dragon God Et. Maybe if they're not having a temper tantrum, maybe we can get some answers out of them. I doubt it, but we could try. Specto of Lament. You are kind of a bastard. You are, in fact, immune to wind, so I can't AoE you, which is kind of annoying.
I'll show you the essence of truth.
However, what I can do is I could just use wind here to deal with you. And with Juna, we can use Infernal Vortex. What's called Infernal Lament. No, Specto Lament. With that, we deal fire damage. We move up to the front with Stroll, and we do Fiery Strike. Gotta really keep our MP in check here. But I do have those 5 extra items that I made in order to make sure that I have lots of MP. I have 500 extra MP essentially in reserves, which should be plenty. It really should be. I should not have any issues here.
Short work and
All right. Get that guy out of the way. Move over here. Grab this Maglapil. Thank you very much. Ooh, hang on. Let me take care of this guy. Am I following the right path still? I think I am. Yeah, I still am.
got them all.
This wants me to wait. Was there a deviation on the path? No, there wasn't. Okay. Yep. Go up here. Follow this path this way. Ooh, I do kind of want to grab this item first. Thankfully, we won't get fogged out if we deviate like this. It only starts fogging you out if you go on staircases. Otherwise, you'll be just fine. Go over here. And I think we found ourselves another mural. It's a mural. The War of Ruin is inscribed here in archaic writing.
Doesn't it seem like...
If this depicts the Annex War, it seems far too grand a scale. If it were, it wouldn't be called the War of Ruin. It's likely depicting a war that led to the destruction of the old world. And people aren't the only combatants here. There are dragons and what looks like monsters in the fray too. They could even be ancient gods. If you ask me, it looks more like they got roped into a war that the people started.
What the...
You're telling me people manipulated dragons? This many bloody dragons as tools of war? To hazard a guess, I'd say the magic which allows us to control archetypes fashioned after heroes of old is fairly similar.
Hey.
If gods and dragons really started fighting, no wonder they called it a War of Ruin. This have really happened? Honestly, I'd rather not think about it. Yeah, 'tis hard to fathom, Hulkenberg. But it really does look like that's the case. And it does seem like my idea of that actually being a dragon, right, that with the tassels, that seems to be their depiction of a dragon. Very humanoid looking. Let's go down here. Is there any items over here? No. But we can grab this one. Boop.
You found
And
something?
then that kind of leads us back into the entrance. We've kind of almost gone a full loop. Now we're kind of in the middle rung of the area. Oh, get out of there, get out of there. I thought I was going to be able to kill him beforehand.
Danger is behind us.
Where does this want me to go? Why don't you take a left? Oh, hello.
Right there.
Thankfully, the enemies around here aren't too crazy, and we've seen pretty much all of them. Just gotta... Come on, there we go. The mage archetype and its ability to barely fight anything in the overworld. It's very rough. It's fine. We can kill them pretty easily in fights, thankfully.
We're safe for
Okay, with that, oh, we can just see a bunch of them flying off in the distance there. Definitely not creepy at all. They want me to double back around. I'm gonna try and fight every single fight I can because, well, EXP is pretty useful, and lets me get 48 MP.
I feel strong.
All right, Will got a level up, extra point in strength. Let's just dump the other one into magic.
Is that the end then?
And let's go and run over here, grab this item first. Doop. All right, cool.
Oh, that's lovely.
From there, all right, now we gotta go up here. Oh, hey, another stone. Look, something written on the stone monument. Mortals are all but lone shards of Mother Earth. Look to the stars. Follow the dragon god's guidance. There's a certain poetry to it, isn't there? Sounds like it's meant to encourage living in harmony with nature.
However,
But to invite us to look to the stars, surely we cannot do that from within the temple.
No.
Yeah, I completely misinterpreted this hint right here to be look up, dunce, is pretty much what it's telling you to do. I assumed this was something for later in the dungeon, and not for this puzzle. So, oops, on my part. I am those players that they make the yellow tape for in modern gaming, because I'm kind of an idiot. I'm kind of an idiot. Okay, that guy's just kind of going away. Alright, well, I guess he gets to live to fight another day. These guys are not even trying to hide from us, but thankfully we've leveled up enough to where we can now kill them in the overworld. Thank you, Orbwise Path, and your EXP, because otherwise I'd not be able to do that.
right there. All right.
Come on, reappear, thank you. Okay, exploding, that's fine. I can get my item and move on with my life.
We've seen the last of them.
Okay, obviously we've... Okay, we went a lot further than I thought we did. We need to go further down. Really, did I, like, overshoot that far? I guess I did. Did not expect me to dash that far away. That thing keeps disappearing. I'm like, just let me kill you already. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I feel like I'm doubling back where I should not be. So let's figure this out. Ooh, item. I'm over here on the far northeastern end of the map. Grab ourselves a nice item. on our way over here. Now that I'm on the northern end of the map, there should be a split somewhere over here that should let us get closer to the middle. Or maybe I'm just crazy. I'm probably just crazy. Nope, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I've played this video game before, just once or twice. Go ahead and kill this guy. Grab ourselves that item, and then we'll head that way. There you.
You can do it.
Boop. Cool. And then head down south. This leads us to an enemy who's just going to run for his life. You know what? Fair enough. I understand it. I respect the ability to recognize the value of your life and running away with it, even though those are the enemies that purposefully explode themselves on us in order to take us out. So maybe they're not as dedicated to the cause as they think they are. Take care of all these guys. There we go. Grab ourselves something. Oh, the wall's broken here. I wonder if someone fell.
But
This breakage is an unusual one. Perhaps we can conclude a battle occurred here.
does this mean?
Did someone get attacked and fall here? So, they're probably already... Honestly, I'm gonna think optimistic thoughts. Because there's fog down there, maybe they just zoned out and appeared at the front at the entrance and then just decided this wasn't worth it and called it a day. But ultimately, that's probably not actually.
There they are.
Okay, this is just a whole lineup of these guys, which sucks. Please explode on there we go.
Stash that somewhere safe.
Poke. And poke. Okay, there we go. No, none of these gargoyles are active. Interesting. Okay. Well, that essentially completes the maze. We've seen everything that we need to and how to get around the maze, and we've seen all the murals, so I guess there's nothing for us but to move forward.
What? There's someone here.
It's you. I believe we met at the spring? My name is Euphazia. I am priestess of the dragon god, but you may call me Eupha, if it pleases you.
To see you now, you seem largely unscathed. You have hidden yourself well, priestess. This place is devoid of monsters. Almost uncannily so.
I sought the room least affected by Magla. We of the Mustari are blessed with a third eye that can see magic's flow. But more importantly, why are you here?
Edeni asked us to help you. We're here in the stead of the island soldiers.
So my brother is safe. Thank goodness. Then I trust your word. Please, help me complete the ritual for the island.
Wait, girl. We want no part of this sacrifice. We're here to take you back.
'Twas your brother's own behest. If you doubt us, then you may seek your answers from him.
My brother would have you stop me. But why?
This is so crazy to think he doesn't want his sister to die.
But what happens if I return? The island's Magla royals. Our people are tormented by horrors from the sea. Even our herds are being driven to madness. The chaos must be quelled. And if I stand as sacrifice, no one else will need to.
A fire burns in you, girl. It's a valor any knight would be proud to wield. And I should know. But if you're to risk your life, shouldn't it be for something certain?
Is all this really happening because of that dragon god?
What? But the perils that grip the island, they are born of the same magic that floods this temple.
We've seen the same phenomenon across the nations. This affliction isn't isolated to your islands.
Even so, surely...
How about this then? We'll get you safely to the altar and see what we can figure out there. You know where it is, don't you?
Well, yes.
Let's see what's really going on back there for ourselves. We've got business with this lance of yours too.
She's right. No point in stopping here. Is that okay, Captain?
That's fine with me.
What do you want with Dracotios? No. Whatever your answer, it hardly matters for the sacrifice. I will trust all of you as envoys of my brother. Besides, my third eye sees the flow of Magla keenly. There's something unusual about the Magla in your wake. It brings to mind descriptions of the heroes of old.
Are you talking about archetypes?
Then we must not disgrace their legacy. Let us proceed with all due care.
Then...
And with that, let's go back to the altar. Well, let's go to the altar. Yufa, hang back. It's dangerous. And with that, Yufa has temporarily joined our team. She's hanging around. She's just disappeared. She's keeping a good distance from us. We got a new memorandum entry, the Mustari Third Eye. Let's read about that. A third eye on the forehead of the Mustari tribe. While their two opposing eyes see plainly, like other tribes, the third eye can perceive Magla as shapes and colors, rather than the usual vague sensory suggestions. However, sensitivity varies from person to person. While some can perceive it only faintly, there are others, such as Yufa, who can see the flow of Magla very clearly. Notably, the pupil of the third eye does not move as the others two do, as it does not see in the same way. The third eye's lid remains in a perpetual half-open state, unless forced open with conscious effort. This is something that we obviously haven't seen yet, because the Mustari tend to keep their faces hidden. It's really interesting to know. They have 3 eyes. Pretty cool, honestly. I actually really do enjoy the Mustari design. Obviously, we get to see here the small altar where Yufa's food and water was kept.
Hey.
Isn't that an offering?
Indeed.
It is the offering my brother gave me upon my coming to the temple. Thanks to his generosity, I have not yet starved. This canopy chamber is a room in which priestesses on their way to the altar may rest. It is fortunate the stagnation of Magla was minimal inside.
Whoa.
Like Adeni said, it seems she knows the temple well. I'm just glad she's okay. Me too. We also have Plateau here. I'm gonna go ahead and check to see if we can get any more cool masks. What? Why, that's a new archetype. Might I ask you for demonstration? Not right now. Also, how close am I to General? Rank 6. And I don't even think I mean, Hero's Jeweled Root would probably get me pretty close to rank 15, but I'm not gonna push that right now. Let's just see what we can do regarding masks. Special experiments. Not too much. We can do Faker, Commander, and General mask. Ooh, hang on. I think it'd be kind of fun to have the General's mask. This will give us Matarakaja, Megiddo, and Frigid Fortress Tactic. Something that I actually am interested in utilizing. So let's go ahead and make this. This gives us... this will also, I believe, make us resistant to pierce and weak to strike damage. I should be correct in that statement. Let's go and just equip the General's mask. Yes, it will make us resistant to pierce and have a weakness to strike. But we now get Matarakaja, which will increase all of our allies' attack for 3 turns. This is okay. Megiddo is medium almighty damage to all enemies, pretty good for a magic user like Juna here. And Frigid Fortress Tactic, heavy ice magic damage to one enemy and will inflict a one-time weakness to ice. So essentially, you can guarantee that the enemy will constantly be weak to ice if you just keep spamming Frigid Fortress Tactic. Pretty decent. Essentially a non-synthesis version that is also ice element of the Mania Bullet that we've been using, or the Hammer of Justice that we've been using. Pretty useful. I'm going to keep the Magic Seeker's Mask on Juna right now, but the General's Mask could definitely be seeing some use from that. And with Yufa now found safe and sound, and with us finding a decent stopping point, I think this is a good place for us to end off here today. Next time on Metaphor Fantazio, we begin our journey to reach the altar of the Dragon Temple. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.